If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You got three down.
Down! Blue 80! Come back!
Hey, let's go.
Come back!
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight right.
Red! Green the line!
51 the mic, boys. 51. Watch the slant.
Come back!
On 1st down, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Tiger!
Hey, Mike 40.
Tiger!
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
4 down.
Down! Blue 80!
40's the mic.
Tiger!
Yo.
Two jet!
To throw is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Over.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Rush in.
Watch him now, Barney! Gun!
Motion.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, first and 10.
Tiger. Hey, D-line, let's
Watson. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Down. Green the line.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Black 22. Black 22.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Red. Black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wide Wide open receiver complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Watson now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Richmond.
A give to Bell. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Two jet.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, green the line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Hot. That's where you belong.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, nifty move. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Here's Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now it's Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Hey, we got 3 down.
Again, it's Bell. And Hill running right through it. Touchdown, Houston. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans draw a bit closer. So he visits pay dirt for a 2nd time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Two jet.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Two jet. Come back.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This is Bell on the dump off. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Reset.
Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. They saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
And Callaway taking it in left side. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call. And
you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Gun.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The give is to Bell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
Richmond. Green, the line. Go. Richmond. Go. Tiger.
To throw is Watson on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st down, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Tiger. Richmond.
On 3rd down, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, here's Kerwin Williams. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Two jet.
This is Bell. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.